Because we're actually getting quite a bit of information and from his family. In fact, we know that he's a 39-year-old psychiatrist who for the last 6 years has worked at the Walter Reed Medical Centre here in Washington DC, the military medical centre. He was a single man with no children. His cousin has been on one of the television networks over here to say that even though he was American born and bred, that he attracted a lot of harassment because of his last name and his family's background, and that had been causing him a great deal of distress, and his cousin was very defensive about the treatment that Nidal Hassan had been getting in the military over the last little while, and confirmed that in fact not only did he not want to go to Iraq and be deployed, but that he wanted to leave the military.
What about the victims, Lisa? How much is known about them?
Well, we've been told that all of the victims, bar one, were soldiers. They were in this a building where they were being prepared to head off on deployment to Iraq. They were getting their last-minute medical and dental checks. The other person who wasn't a soldier was a civilian police officer, and we're also learning that perhaps he was the one who fired the fatal shot, who killed the gunman and then died from injuries himself.
Well, Lisa, the fact that this can happen on American soil, on the world's largest American military base, makes it all the more alarming and disturbing.
Certainly, and there's going to be a lot of questions asked about this. Fort Hood, perhaps more than any other military base in America, has taken the issue of post-traumatic stress disorder very seriously. The Army is struggling with very high suicide rates at the moment. Many of the people at Fort Hood have done 3 or 4 deployments to places like Iraq and Afghanistan, and that is quite a burden. The military treat it very seriously. They have combat stress programs. Clearly there are going to be a lot of questions asked about how what was clearly a very tense situation got to this point where we see so many deaths in this mass shooting.
Now, you've been to Fort Hood yourself. Could you just give us an idea of what it's like there? Because a lot of the people who live there have links to the military base.
Yes, it's a massive base. 35,000 troops are there, and I was there 5 years ago to speak to school children because there are 9 schools on the base, and all of the school children had either one parent or 2 parents who were serving in Iraq at the time. So you can imagine the emotions that run high on a military base like that when that's the kind of burden they're bearing. In fact, at the school we visited, they made a habit of hanging a silver star or a gold star when one of their parents was killed when they were serving overseas. But everyone has been saying that what is most notable is that the Army is a family, and this is going to have a massive impact.